Beloved heart, I invite you to sign up to my mailing list, and as a result of signing up, you will get a free gift. It's a 5D rebalance tune up of all these chakras, and chakras are my specialty. So I would love to gift you with this transmission that is filled with light language and codes to help you stay balanced and tuned up during these increased frequencies of energy of this ascension, this new earth frequency. So check out the links in the notes of this show, and I look forward to connecting with you. I am sending you love. This is the transfiguration of the new you. Hello, beloved. It's Monica Bermudez. Welcome back to another episode of my podcast. In this episode, I want to talk about ending the year of 2023 in Mercury Retrograde because it's going to last until the first of the year, to the beginning of the new year of 2024. And as I'm recording this, by the time this gets released, it's going to be very close to the end of 2023. And so this is a time, right, when a planet is in retrograde is really about going within. And Mercury, in this case, is a planet of communication. So it's about going within. And so it includes a lot of the RE type of messages and in relation to our communication. So a lot of it is with reflection. And of course, it can interrupt other technologies as well, but it's also known and related to wealth. But in this one in particular, I wanted to focus on reflection because it seems so appropriate for the ending of 2023 and being the last month in December and the last few days that we have to reflect on the moments that you've had throughout the whole year. And I will share some sacred tips of what to journal about as well right near towards the second half of this episode. But what I want to talk about are first, some of my experiences this whole month, because I feel like with the energies being so high in the ascension and the awakening and these new Christ consciousness type energy codes and light codes that have been upgrading our light body in different ways and also being more into our crystalline body. Because for the year to come, as we are getting ready for these new frequencies, it's about completing our cycles and completing them in such a way that it is of grace. It is of grace because as there is a lot of heaviness that is also coming up, and I've had so many sleepless nights where it's been really, really intense. And part of that too has been a lot of Schumann resonance increase in energy. Also the solar flares are acting up as well. And so a combination of all these energies in December, including, the holidays and all the distractions of the holidays and the energy combined just makes it so intense for us as we are concluding, this year. And so it's perfect for us to look at things in a reflection. And in that reflection, also about renovating ourselves, renewing ourselves, and reconnecting ourselves in different ways that of new to be in alignment with our new energies for 2024. And so this creates a bit of disruption and distractions from everywhere. As I'm trying to record this, there's a lot of distractions going on. And so there is a lot of ancestor healing as well because of our family dynamics and who we're connecting with is. And this may also include certain soul families who are friends, but they're like soul family. So all of that is in the mix of all this. And so that creates a huge energy wave of different types of combinations of energies. And then on top of that, you have these Christ consciousness energies all over the place, in these very intense portals that we've had for the month of the 12/12 and the solstice portal. And that's shifting our bodies in different ways. And that includes our physical body as well, because our light body, which is part of also the physical body, and our crystalline type body as well. And so some of the things that I've been reflecting on myself, and I did share this in a very long email that I sent out to my soul tribe mailing list. And that's the other thing about Mercury retrograde. Sometimes our words are like all over the place, and having this whole communication, expressing ourselves, right? Because it's really about expressing ourselves inward as well. And some of the big things that I've been reflecting on is, I'm just gonna laugh because anyway, so is about our connections with one another. And the connections that I've had in my life is what I'm trying to say. The connections I've had with others through friendship, through family, through any other work-related matters, and how that's all been changing so much. And this year in particular, as I'm concluding, right, it feels like a lot of the people from my past who I've known for a long, long time, for many years, it's almost like some are just like dissolving and then some are just being renewed in a different way. So, some connections will just dissolve itself or fall apart or just be done with because that cycle is meant to be completed, or it just gets renewed into an upgraded version of this relationship. You could call it relationship 2.0 or 3.0, and it just keeps on expanding. So that's what it feels like. And so that's what I was reflecting on, the different connections that I've had in my life and how that's changed so much throughout the years. And in particular this year, as I made, major, major changes in my life, rearranged my whole physical location, and also made some other adjustments and getting out to the public and reaching out more people or connecting with more people. And so looking at it from that reflection of 2023, I also look at it from 2024, but setting the intention around the ones who I want to resonate and connect with. So pretty much setting the energy or preparing the energy for that and just allowing the universe to do its work as well. But it's also a part of us that does the initiation, right? Where we set the intention and the energy in motion to what it is that we desire. And focusing our energy on that of our highest version of ourselves, the highest, best version of ourselves, right? And not saying that, for instance, saying, I hope that I don't focus it on that I will, set this intention on connecting with those who are in alignment and resonate with me in the energy that I am at this time. And that's just one example. And you can use that if you want, if it resonates with you, or you can just, use it and tweak it to your own way of how you would phrase it that would resonate for you. And so the other part of this reflection was about just the expectations of things. And I've always said that, so I left, this whole thing about expectations, about goals, and I just focus more on intentions because intentions are more of a flow state. So it doesn't mean that we're obligated to really expect and to force ourselves to align to make a goal happen. Because when it comes to intention is that we're setting the intention, the energy there, knowing that sometimes the universe may have other means for us to receive it. So the how is the part that we just pretty much let go of and not get so attached to the how or wanting to control our circumstances and our outcome of that way. And so that part of the expectation is being polished and um, in a way at the collective level just feels like it's more of an intention than it is an expectation. And so I have been reflecting on that for myself, where I see that now that I've been more in this intentional phase, that I feel that I'm more into this flowiness with the universe, and it just feels more liberating, more at ease. It doesn't feel so stressful or so anxiety or so much pressure on that. And so, as I share these are just, some of the examples that I've been reflecting on. They may, resonate with you or not, but I share them because I feel that it's important from a practical standpoint of examples that may help as you're reflecting as well. And so, what this feels like is more of having this peace of mind, because there's a part of us that also knows that we are being taken care of through the universe, and also with the God within. So, one of the things that I always say, and that even when challenges come up with certain situations, and it seems like there is something that is in the way, or, because with Mercury, retrograde, sometimes communication can go crazy into technology. So like for instance, traveling and all this other stuff. But is, trying to have patience. But one of the mantras that I use was really like a mantra, and affirmation, and a proclamation, because now that manifestation is at a whole new like quantum accelerated level, that the words that we say can easily manifest. So I use this phrase and I share with you so that maybe you can use it as well. And that is that everything is going to work out. Everything works out, and everything is always in alignment. And so every time I say that, I feel like the energy shifts a lot more. I've always said it for, since growing up, but this time it feels so different with these new energies. It feels like it's a much easier flow of energies. And so sometimes when I do find myself in a grunt, like a bit of anxiety and stress, that phrase comes up again as a reminder. And so I say, and when I say it again, it just puts me in a relaxed state, that, okay, it's just also allowing to let go of that attachment to that expectation of wanting that perfection. And I'm one who has like survived being a perfectionist, let's just say, because when I was little, I was so wanting to have like everything perfect. Um, but it was just too much, that it was just becoming too stressful, too unhealthy, too much pressure. So it's not something that we need right now. I think we all need a break. We all need to be in this more restful state, and not in this stressful, chaotic, or drama or trauma, wherever, we may end up being. We all want something to uplift us and to motivate us, and not have more of this other lower vibrational frequency. And I could feel that from the collective level, that we're all sick and tired of it. And so, these are just part of the reflections that I've been having on that, and just having that trust in God in your heart. Um, so remove the religion and any organization affiliation when I talk about God. When I talk about God, I'm talking about your own source connection within yourself. So you tapping within your own higher guidance of who you are, and tapping into that source. And that source could be your own creative force of energy. So however you want to phrase it, it's how you have your own relationship with your own source, and God, for, another word for it. So that trust in that, when saying those phrases, is, saying that everything is okay, everything always works out. You're setting the tone for the best outcome that the universe brings to you in that moment. And so that is how, I look at that. second reflection that I just shared. The third reflection is about the awareness that has sharpened so much, because I feel that with the awareness, there is some aspect of it that relates to our intuition. And in that is our consciousness, right? Because our consciousness is expanding so much that we're also becoming self-aware, self-aware of ourselves. So in that awareness, getting to know yourself much better. Um, so in a much more deeper dive of your soul and expanding on all your talents and abilities and looking at it from, say, your childhood. What were your passions, and what areas, may be resurfacing that are being repolished, and that are things that maybe is reawakening that passion, but in a different way. And then also some of your intuition may be at a very high level at this point as well, and psychic abilities and medium. So, and we all have this ability in us to be channelers, to be mediums, to be psychics, to be telepathic, you name it. And so telepathy is actually going to be a big one for this new Earth frequency, where we're going to be able to communicate more through our minds than it is through our voice. And a lot of our star family do communicate through telepathy. And so, all of these things that's one area of reflection, is reflecting on those areas of our greatest abilities, and tapping in more so to our soul. But that also includes, other areas that may be of our shadow. Um, but looking at those shadows from a different light, and looking at it, what can be alchemized, right? And shifted into the greater light within yourself. So I want to share now some tips, sacred tips for your journaling. If you have your journal, it's even better. Maybe we could do this little exercise together. And you could ask yourself questions that are of the heart. But as you get the journal out, you could place the pen over your heart. Here, showing it on my YouTube channel, but placing it over your heart. And from there, grab your journal. But as you have your pen over your heart, let's do this. Just call upon your own higher self and your own higher guidance, that it guide you to the right words. And with this could come automatic writing as well. And so you're pretty much setting the tone for journaling and automatic writing. And getting yourself in tune to your higher guidance and your intuitive self. And just now, when you feel ready in that higher frequency, vibrational energy, raising your frequency, you can now ask the first question, or write about this first question. So what is it about 2023 that you're done with? And reflecting on those areas of your life that have to do with your relationships, right? This could be romantic. This could be your connections with others, with friends or families, anybody at work, your coworkers, your colleagues, in your financial situation. I know there's been so much about that, so many scares, so much fear on that, but there's a lot as well that we can release with this, because the moment that you write, the moment that you're in this automatic writing as well, you're also releasing some of this. So it's good to just write it out. And what is it that in the financial situation that you're done with and ready with? It could be this whole mindset of the lack mentality, and changing, maybe alchemizing that. That's just one example. And then just think about like life in general of other things that may come up for you that have been toxic. And it's just time to just get that out of your life and just um, be done with it, complete, dissolve. And so we're pretty much getting ready to just make this a permanent shift for us because we want to step into 2024 with grace and with style. Just know that you can always come back to this episode and replay it if you don't like capture all the questions or are not able to write in the moment. So I'm just going to keep going. And so the number 2 question to ask, what are you ready to expand in 2024? And so giving a why and a reason is very key and important in this because you're also setting intentions. And as you set those intentions, it's a way of creating. So using your creative force. So writing down those areas that you feel that you want to expand on. And these could be areas that in 2023, you already started working on and you just want to expand on it in 2024. Or these could be other areas that you haven't started yet in 2023, but you want to really get it started now. And just know that as you're writing this, you're also initiating it now rather than like later, right? So everything is about the now and doing it in the moment. So as you write it, start thinking about, getting started as well. So, because like a lot of things start with our intention, they start with our thought, and then from there you bring in the heart and the passion to ignite it and to bring life to it and love. And so that's really where the heart energy comes in with all this. And the third one is keep in mind other things to reflect on things that have been never-ending cycles, like broken records and patterns in your life. So it's kind of related to like number 1, except that this one is just really focusing your awareness and your attention on patterns that have been so habitual but not healthy. And so those bad habits, or addictions, let's just say addictions that have been harmful. And these could be thoughts, emotions, or food, food or drinks or things that we put in our bodies. And as you're writing that down, um, look at it, however, but in a way, just alchemize it as well on how that will change or how that's going to change for you now and expand on it for 2024. So these are just some sacred tips for your journaling and automatic writing. Just allow your own higher guidance to give you the messages in that moment. And I will leave you with your journaling for now. As you know, I will conclude this episode. So I wish you all the best for the new year to come. Sending you love. Bye for now. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to click like, save, and share with others so they can also experience what you just experienced. And stay tuned for some more high vibe episodes. And I'll be connecting with you in the next quantum field. Sending you so much love.